Welcome back to episode 96 of the Block Runner Podcast. I'm your host, William, always here with your co-host, Iman.
What's going on, Willis?
What is up, dude?
All kinds of shit, man. So are we enrolled right now? Is that what we see?
I
mean, I'm enrolled.
Yeah,
are you here?
I'm enrolled, but nobody can see that yet. Let me
okay.
Let me share screen. But is that what
another
you
week in the
first?
books? What do you say?
Is that what you want to do first? You want to talk about the event and the wearables and all that?
Yeah, I was gonna say another week in the books. So like, we had another event. So now we need to draw our winners once again, and might as well get that out the way.
All right.
You know,
we can do that.
Focus on the other stuff.
All right. I'm going to unmute the site so that people can hear the fabulous sounds of spinning these wearables.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be hot to witness. Have we ever done this before on the podcast?
No, we haven't. So this is a different way of doing an RNG of the wearables. So there's what is it? We have 7 people. Yeah. No, sorry, we have 5 people. And and so the first one is Peter Griffin. We got Dirty Bird. We got Funds Are Seifu. We got Super Norst, and we have Payload. And the first 2 actually paid twice, and you had to get 150 kills, and they got over 300 kills, so they get to spin twice, 2 random wearables, and then the other guys get 1 random wearable each. So I guess let's start from the top, right?
Yeah, but first let's talk about, like, I guess the significance of this, right? I don't know if we ever touched on it. It's just like, I think this is our first like proof of concept for like the play to earn mechanics. I would think that we're trying to build here. Wouldn't you say? Like, the whole idea of this event was, I mean, we had like 5 or 6 of them leading up to this, and none of them were paid. We were basically just giving wearables out for free, right?
Right.
I mean, free is in the sense that you never had to pay any actual crypto to obtain them. All you had to do is complete the contract objective. In this case, you actually have an entry fee to participate, you know?
Yeah.
Contract objective is probably equally as difficult as it was before. So now there's like a little bit of monetary investment and there's time investment. But in this case, it's like a guaranteed reward, right? All the other past events, if you complete the objective, you had a chance to get a wearable. So this time around, I mean, if you do the math, it's like 500 mana as the entrance fee. And each of these wearables probably average around 1,500 mana a piece. So,
right.
I mean, the difference there is 1,000 mana. So, in our minds, this is a good entry, I guess, to get the player base used to the idea of spending some money and coming out at the other end with greater value, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's sort of like wearable mining, because you can flip this right off the bat, you know, for at least 500 mana profit if
1,000 mana,
or 1,000 mana, yeah, for sure.
So hopefully, like, this is just the start of like figuring out these type of mechanics, because it's a win-win scenario for everyone, all parties involved. You know?
Yeah, because the wearable gives you perks in the game, and then you earn the wearables by playing the game, and then you can flip it if you want.
Yeah, you could instantly liquidate it if you want, like you're saying, or you could use the added benefits of these wearables to, you know, earn even more assets in the future, like more efficiently, you know?
Right.
Which we're not 100% there yet. Eventually we'll have a CZ token and, you know, NFT weapons, all this cool shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, in-game items that are also NFTs. So, yeah, man, it's a work in progress, but this is like phase 1 of the play to earn experimentation, I think, in Decentraland. So I don't think we're the only ones, you know, dabbling in this. I mean, there's others out there, but I think you're going to see a lot more of this, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in our minds, this is like one of the big killer use cases, I think, for the metaverse.
Yeah, so, and again, we're scratching the surface here. So let's do this first spin here.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first one is going to be for Peter Griffin. There's going to be 2 spins for this guy. So here we go with the first 2 random wearables.
All right, bro. Good luck. Holy crap, that's loud, dude.
It is. All right, we got the blades.
Oh wow, dude, what luck!
So first
I
one.
mean, the blades and the exosuit, I think, they were the most highest valued wearables at the fashion show. So
yeah,
you know, ideally you get those, but I mean, any wearable's good, to be honest.
yeah.
They all have perks of their own.
All
Yeah,
right.
good shit. Good roll. Good roll.
All right. Roll number 2 for Peter Griffin. Here we go. Dude, we got the exosuit.
Dude, that sounds like hacks.
Yeah, right?
Dude, that's pretty good luck, man. So
Okay.
congrats.
All right, Dirty Bird. All right, let's clear the slate here. And Dirty Bird gets 2 spins. Pretty good sounds, huh? All right.
Definitely gives me. Oh, what's that? The hollow? No, it's Arrow Guard.
Arrow Guard. Are you seeing what I'm spinning, dude? Oh yeah, you are seeing it.
Yeah, I'm watching your screen.
My bad.
It's extra laggy though, just to let you know.
Okay, no worries. It's extra smooth on my end.
Good. I mean, as long as I know what's being pulled, like we're chilling.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right.
Dirty Bird number 2. Oh, we got open source.
Nice.
All right.
All right, congrats, bro. You pretty much got a couple of headpieces. So your head's definitely going to be hella decked.
Yeah. All right. Next one is Funzer Seifu.
And by the way, when you guys come play, definitely wear these wearables because they have functionality already in them. So they work.
Yeah, that's true, man. You're doing like 650 damage on headshots, right?
Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe it. Like, I felt the crit. And that's the whole point, right? Like, whenever you score a crit, you want to feel it, you know, like feel that impact. Like whenever I like turned the corner, shot someone in the head, they just dropped. I was like, God damn. See, I feel powerful. You know, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Why? Because I have the whole fucking set, you know? So that's the idea, you know, you want good gear so you can do good damage, you know?
Right.
Found some noobs.
This one's Funzer Seifu. We got HoloLens.
Very nice.
All right. Congratulations. Now we have Super Norsed. And let's hit this one clear. And there we go. All right, we got the Arrow Guard.
Oh, Arrow Guard, another one?
Yep. All right, last one, Payload. 150 kills exactly.
All right, Payload doing the bare minimum, dude. I like that style.
All right, open source. Congratulations.
Open source. Good job. Dang, no regen auras, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I want everybody out there to show me a more entertaining way to get wearables.
More entertaining?
Yeah, man. Like we got this whole this is an individual meta, by the way. So anybody can purchase this and sell wearables through this little kiosk here.
That's right. And anybody who just wants these wearables and doesn't want to put in the work, like they're up for sale at these crates.
Yeah,
that's right. The point. 1,500 mana spin. You know, either you spend the 500 mana for one of these contracts, put in the work, and you got a 70% discount basically on your wearable spin.
Yeah.
Or you just fork up the money up front and just skip all the nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Skip all the fun. You know?
Yeah.
But so that's the point.
All right, well, we got the list. We got 5 winners, 7 wearables. They'll be sent out. And we have a new claim process. So they're not actually going to be sent out. The winners have to claim them through MetaZone.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been testing that out for the last couple of days, and I think Corv ironed out all the little kinks that we found.
Mm-hmm.
And so at least 5 of you guys are going to be testing the new functionality within MetaZone. And so this is like step 1 to getting the meta NFTs out there. So claiming your wearables is step 1. Claiming your meta NFTs will be step 2. So we're almost there.
Hell yeah. And this whole manual RNG thing eventually is going to be automated too. You know, where we don't have to spin the crates for you whenever you complete these contracts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we could have given them their own spins, but I mean, this is more for the entertainment of the podcast.
Yeah, and to showcase like the actual progress, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for everyone for being patient with us too. It took us a while to get to this.
Yeah,
this reveal.
We were working on claiming those NFTs, so that's what took a little while. But yeah.
Yeah. Ideally, no development goes to waste. So like everything is progress.
Oh, that's right.
So
that's right.
Which is good. But yeah, congrats everybody.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so let's talk about what's been going on. So, man, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the big thing for me, I guess, in the last week is I'm officially like an art boy.
Yes,
dude.
yes. I wanted to show that. That's what I wanted to talk about. All right, so let me back out of this real quick. Bear with me until I bring this up. I wanted to show this guy Beeple. So Beeple has over 1.7 million followers on Instagram, and what he's been doing, I don't know if you know this, Iman, he's been creating like art for the last 13 or 14 years every single day.
I didn't know a damn thing about him, dude. Like I legit was pulled in by the art, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, once you show it, hopefully people will understand, dude. I mean, it connected to me on a personal level, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm already like a hardcore Pokemon collector. I mean, dude, look at that background. You see all that shit on the table? Those are all Pokemon cards. So like, I'm not fucking kidding around, dude. Like I'm on the hunt like all the time.
Yeah,
Pokemon cards. So I saw that Pikachu that you're about to display pretty soon, I think. Oh, so that's the LCD display, right?
Dude, let's check this out. I haven't seen this particular video.
I haven't either. Let me see this. That's not the piece I bought, but
no, that's not.
That's the technology, I guess.
Yeah. So what's cool about this is that I don't know who did this, probably Nifty Gateway, but what they did was they put an LCD screen within a plexiglass, and then they put a battery on there, probably like an Arduino or some little tiny computer that just plays this GIF, and you can charge this battery up, and then just like disconnect it, or you just plug it into the wall, and now it's like it's just a GIF that just shows forever. And he's got an associated NFT with it, and so Iman bought one of these like hardware pieces, and it's this hardware piece plus the NFT, and they've been going for like 10x after the sale, right, Iman?
Some of them, I think, like the Bitcoin Bull ones did, like a couple. But yeah, dude, I definitely wasn't anticipating this kind of insanity. I mean, I've heard of like insane shit happening in the art space before, but I've kind of just like brushed it. But I mean, we've talked about it. We've covered like the big Batman sell and shit like that, stuff like that, right? But I never really connected to any of that because it was things I could never participate in, right?
Yeah, right.
That was always the big barrier between like my like embracing of that art culture. It's just like it seemed like it was always just meant to be for people, with large sums of money.
Right, for sure.
But the Beeple guy, he did something which I think is pretty smart, and I think this for sure is going to kickstart like a whole new trend. Is like he had an open edition for like a set amount of time, which was a 5-minute time frame.
Yeah,
and if he priced them at like $1,000 a pop, dude. Like whoever wanted to buy within those 5 minutes, you could buy, and however many were bought, that's how many get minted.
That's right.
And I think that's what that is up there. That if you scroll up, is it going to show the mint count? Right there.
No, not this one. That's pretty cool though.
The 3.
Oh yeah, here it is. No mint count though.
Okay, well these are. So yeah, the one on the far right was for $1.
Yeah.
And those sold out like instantly. There's only 100 of them. But yeah, man, it was a good campaign because it allowed like the average
My bad. So yeah, this is his little advertisement for this whole event, and this like culminated, like I think this was like in process for like a good month or two, and it finally dropped on Friday.
They've been teasing it and stuff. I've been seeing those tweets about like, Tyler Winklevoss and shit, really hyping this shit up.
Yeah.
Throwing out tweets like about to make history, shit like that, right?
Well, Gemini acquired Nifty Gateways, so
yeah.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
But this
so there it is.
Yeah, this is what you bought.
Yeah, that's what I bought, dude. So yeah, again, the Pikachu, dude, that piece is so good, man. What do you think? What's your personal opinion on the art?
It's great. I mean, I like all his stuff, and he even talks about, like on his website, he even talks about how he does it. He uses Cinema 4D, some Photoshop, and so this is like a 3D creation. Like, Cinema 4D is very similar to Blender, but it's like a little bit more. I don't want to say more professional, because Blender's used to make movies. But it's just like a different style.
So what is this used for? I mean, art, I guess, this stuff?
Well, no, so he actually created this in 3D. Like, this is a thing that you can rotate within Cinema 4D.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so
holy shit.
Yeah, so he colored it, and like he positioned the camera within this 3D space and then just took this snapshot.
Oh man, it seems like a waste of like
I know.
creation.
Imagine if you could just like plop this down into your Decentraland parcel.
Yeah, that's right. That seems like the next frontier, right? Like that'll definitely segue into what we should talk about next.
Yeah.
But like the whole, like right now 2D art is like the thing, I guess, because it's, I don't know, the platforms to, like you're saying, to display the 3D art are still in their infant stage,
Right.
So but these 2D art platforms, I mean, they're pretty easy to slap together, I would imagine. There's not much to it. It's just a web interface for you to like display little picture frames of art,
Right.
Pretty easy, right?
Right.
So that's why they're seeing such, adoption so quickly, which is good, because, something has to be a catalyst in the space, right? And right now it's art. But yeah, so now I can actually appreciate that because I actually own a piece.
Yeah, for sure.
Before I would just be like, oh, he's fucking the greater fool, right? Right, Will?
Yeah.
Like elbow nudge.
Yeah.
Like, look at all these fools wasting their money. But now
no, I
I'm
mean,
one
this
of them,
is,
so
I mean, there's a level of quality that's kind of different about these things. And
That's
plus,
true, man.
Dude, you got to support the guy. He's been doing a brand new art piece every single day for the last 13 years.
So he's one of those stories that people are gonna always reference as far as like persistence, right?
Yeah.
Persistence pays. Like, as long as you hone your craft for a long time, eventually you'll be rewarded.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was already rich leading up to this. I heard he had like deals with like Louis Vuitton and all kinds of shit.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, and then again, these platforms like Instagram and everywhere that he was posting, they incentivize people to post every day. And so if he's making art every single day, it plays to the algorithm. And so he blew up, right? Just because he was posting every single day.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, he shattered all records.
Yeah.
So he sold about like around 500 to 600 of these open editions. The Bitcoin Bull, the Ethereum one, and the Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sold, I think, 21 of ones, which you're looking at right now. These are all basically single editions. And they all averaged, I think, around 70 to 80,000 a piece, which is fucking crazy. So yeah, in total, he sold about 3.5 million, I think.
3.5 million over like
a couple days,
3 days,
a weekend, yeah, a weekend.
That's insane.
That's bonkers, dude. So if you're an artist and you got the talent and the skill, there's no reason why you shouldn't be in this space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, this is how you make money off of your craft. You got to make a name for yourself, like this Beeple guy did. I mean, obviously it's gonna be tough to compete with the guy. He's been like creating art for 13 years, but
yeah, look at this. How do you not want this thing?
I mean, dude, that's kind of gross that he put his hair in there, but but everyone's saying it's like, it adds to the charm of the collection. But yeah, dude, that's gonna right there behind you, dude. We need to build a shelf.
Yeah.
So that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah,
that box right there is gonna be on display, and right next to it should be that. Wait, what is this?
So this is Insomnium
dude,
space.
Somnium, dude.
Yeah,
this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
See, now this you can definitely plop down into Decentraland, but you want to, man, we got to work with Beeple to get the actual 3D file and deploy it. But again, too many polys.
Yeah, that's again. This is we're gonna lead into that combo too about like
yeah, we are.
you know.
But this is cool, man. Like, come on.
What is that? What are you looking at now, dude? Like
I don't
more
know.
Shit?
I think this is like, I don't know. Maybe it's like community created art or something.
God, yeah. See, that's the thing about art, dude. It's like never ending. It's probably not a good hobby to get into because like you'll probably spend too much money.
Yeah, for
sure. You know what I mean? But like, this one's okay. I don't know, man. See, I'm a noob. So I mean, I can't talk bad about it, right? Like, I think I made a good investment. I would think, if you want to look at it that way, like purely from like an investment standpoint. Like Maddie's right, dude. He's been preaching this, dude. The art space is like, where you want to be,
Yeah.
He even built a fucking platform for this space, So I oh my god, I want that one, dude. That one's not for sale, is it?
I don't know. This is a Pikachu District 7F. I don't know how to acquire this one.
Dude, it's probably like $100,000.
I don't know.
It's all right. I got at least one. But yeah, dude, I'm a sucker for Pikachu. I mean, not just Pikachu, Pokemon stuff. So thank God he put out this the infected Pikachu, because otherwise I would have just kind of like brushed this by, And I'm happy. Like, I'm happy to finally have some exposure to the art space, because now I have a reason to pay attention, more closely. Yeah, this is dope. That's pretty cool. Frankie would like that one.
Yeah, he would.
Frankie loves The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, dude. See, I fucked up. Well, I should have bought all three. I was thinking about it, dude.
Well, that's $1,000 each, dude.
I know it was $3,000, but that would have been a good buy, dude. I was thinking, like, envisioning like all three of them, lined up on that show.
Yeah, man, that's quite the flex. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and then I can't. I don't deserve to flex that hard.
Yeah,
basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be like straight posing. Like, dude, look at me. I got the full collection.
Yeah.
Like, and that'd basically be like my whole net worth right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it.
So this is the other one that
that's it. Yeah.
Was part of the collection there.
But that one was the better.
It was the one that was most bought.
And yeah, most bought, and it has the highest resale value. So it has the most demand, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's Bitcoin, The community loves this Bitcoin shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't buy it. Like, I mean, come on, man. That's not the most original thinking. It's a fucking bull.
Yeah.
With the Bitcoin coin. The Pikachu to me is like, dude, that artwork encapsulates 2020 perfectly. Like, the whole COVID infection theme to it. And how like the whole Pokemon has like recaptured the culture this year, Yeah, it's like perfect.
And then take a look at his posts. November 19th, Bull Run. November 18th, Naughty List. 17th, Moon City. 16th, Algorithm. So actually, he posted
every day, dude.
He posted 2 on the same day. But yeah, it's every day. This guy is hustling.
Yeah, I wonder how long, like, roughly it takes for him to do that.
I mean, I got to show you the collaboration he did with Corridor Digital. He actually did one of his, I guess, one-a-days with them.
Oh, really?
And he showed the entire process. It's just like jumping. Yeah, it's jumping into Cinema 4D and like loading in a bunch of assets and like just combining a bunch of stuff. And I mean, it's not incredibly complicated. I mean, this is just like pure random, dude. Like, what is this? It's Michael Jackson in like a pool of blood with
some dead monkeys. Dude, that's fucking cool.
And then the background is just like it's just Photoshop.
Looks like he's in heaven, or like on a beach.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely cool. Like this one, these are just a bunch of assets, right? It's a slug, it's a skeleton, it's a, I guess, I don't know, a background. I mean,
what are those guys at the bottom with like the beaming lights?
I don't know, another asset.
Well,
It's like a bunch joining a bunch of 3D models. Like you can see here, he had one 3D model here and the same 3D model just positioned differently, and then he just like duplicated it and like used a mirror, and like there it is. Like it's a sculpture.
Hmm.
So like, dude, this is great. I mean, as far as like he did this at the perfect time with NFTs and all that stuff.
Hold on. What was that? Was that Joe
Same.
Biden?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Good thing you blurred that out for us, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, man. So this guy's good. This guy's not going anywhere.
Yeah, man, look at this Bitcoin chest here. Come on. How
Yeah,
do you
see
not want
that's
this?
more original than the bull one. Like
Yeah.
that one would have been way cooler. But so this guy has like over 4,000 pieces, dude.
Yeah, so here's an example of those 3D models. In this particular case, they're moving. But within Cinema 4D, you can like animate the lights. I mean, you can do it as in Blender as well, but in this case, he's animating the lights, he's animating the individual characters. And then to make art like this, he just takes a snapshot of it and then puts a cool background, and that's that.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Wow. Well, the more you know, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever his tactics are, he's perfected it. Like this is some good shit.
Yeah.
For sure. And this is totally my style because everything is weird as fuck. Like look at that. What the hell is that, dude?
Yeah.
That's obviously like some COVID
inspired.
themed.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that looks like Donald Trump. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Kind of does. I don't know.
Oh, he says shut this motherfucker. Oh, I see. It's like COVID like shutting his mouth.
Yeah.
Interesting. Fuck me, dude. Oh, another bull. What do you know?
Yeah, man. This is great. I mean, all of this.
Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, I guess piece.
Yeah. So
who knows, man? I'll be honest. I got it up for sale for 8K right now on Nifty Gateway.
Oh yeah.
So if it sells before that 6-week marker, whatever it takes, like I think within 6 weeks you gotta claim the physical.
Yeah.
Art NFT, I guess, right? So if it sells for 8K before then, you will not see it featured on our shelf in the future, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because that's an opportunity you just can't pass up.
Yeah, absolutely. If you get an 8x return on a purchase, that's what you do, man. It's your duty.
Yeah. With that money, I could freaking build like a whole badass studio.
Yeah, for real.
That's a lot of money, dude. Other than just like one little piece of art. I mean, but so either way, it's a win-win. Like it doesn't sell, and I get the physical art, which is dope, or it does sell, which is also dope. So
yeah.
So this is a good. Oh my god, what is that? Yeah. Holy shit!
It's Among Us,
dude. That is great.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this guy has like infinite like
creativity.
Yeah, creative. Not. I don't want to say infinite creativity. It's more like he's got infinite inspiration. Like everything around us, like he can just do it.
Yeah, like he probably just like played that game.
Yeah,
it became so viral. Yeah, he got inspired to create some kind of art, and that's what came out.
Damn.
It's like a musician. Like they don't know where their lyrics come from. They just get inspired like out of nowhere, right? And then whenever that shit hits, they usually like open up like a note app or something like that and jot down some lyrics.
Yeah.
Same thing with an artist, I think. Very cool.
Yeah, and then look at this.
Oh yeah, meme collaboration incoming.
Yeah, and so meme pumped 130% in 24 hours yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, this guy can move markets just by himself. So
totally.
How many followers does he have here on Twitter? 180,000.
It's quite a bunch. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, 13 plus years of everydays.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, pretty good first transaction. I'm happy. It's definitely gonna encourage me to keep dabbling in the space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at the very minimum, pay attention. Like
and especially for us, because like we actually we should have been doing that anyways, because just learning off of like how the platforms operate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we can learn a lot from them, us being, you know, a marketplace creator ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's important to kind of like understand how they're servicing their consumers, you know? So I think we're doing that, especially me. Like now I've actually interacted with the platforms, like, you know, from beginning to end. So I noticed a lot of good things, and I noticed some things that probably should be added, you know, just from a personal standpoint. But so yeah, those are notes that we can kind of incorporate into our designs in the future. Like, for example, after I bought the piece, I didn't really have the best of confirmation of like when I was actually going to obtain the NFT, you know? I was just kind of sitting around and like panicking a little bit, like thinking I did something wrong, right? Because it's the first time I ever interacted with the platform.
Yeah.
It's like I saw that my funds were withdrawn, but like on my profile, there's no NFT there yet. And I was waiting for like a solid 30 minutes. And I was like, uh-oh. Like, what did I fuck up? You know? Just natural instinct, right? Kicking in. But it would have been nice just to have where the NFT should have been, just like a nice little indicator that like the minting is in progress, right? Something like that. Just a little comforting. So that's one example of like a little perk improvement they could add in.
So with that purchase, you didn't actually get the NFT yet, right?
No, I got it now.
Oh, you got it now. Okay.
Yeah, it takes a little while for them, you know, to mint and distribute all those NFTs, you know.
Okay.
Which is interesting. It took about an hour. No, like 45 minutes to an hour. So
yeah, I mean that's quite a long time, but I'm sure. I mean that's how long it takes to mint something.
Yeah, exactly. So very cool.
All right, so now we wanted to talk about this Terra Virtua, their own token, the Terra Virtual token called Collect. And so looks like they just listed their coin on BitMax just a couple of days ago. And
yeah, BitMax, yeah.
And then so we want to talk about their tokenomics, right? So we had a little bit of a debate on, I guess, what the platform is and like its application to different NFTs. And I think the platform allows for like higher poly limits for 3D like showcases, right? Is that right, Iman?
I mean, well, they have like a virtual showroom.
That's what it was.
You can custom design, customize, you know, to your liking.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's Unreal Engine, so like it looks pretty fucking real. It looks like you're an actual, you know, art studio. Like they make it as realistic as possible. And I'm arguing that if you're looking for, because like after this experience in the 2D art world, automatically I start thinking about the 3D art dimension that's yet to be capitalized on, you know?
Yeah.
Or like realized, you know? And you kind of touched on it with like this guy's making 3D art and only displaying a 2D representation of it because that's where the platforms are right now.
Right, right.
So there's opportunity for Decentraland to become one of these showcase platforms for these 3D creations. But then I heard of this Terra Virtual one as well, that's outright what they're claiming. Like they want to be the go-to de facto collectors platform for people who want 3-dimensional assets, you know?
Yeah.
Creations, artwork, little collectible figurines, whatever it is, you know? If you want a 3D model with an NFT backing it, you go to Terra Virtua. So me and you kind of got in a debate, like you don't necessarily see the value, I guess, in them having their own little high fidelity showrooms as opposed to like, why would you want your NFTs on a platform like that as opposed to something like Decentraland that has like the open world aspect, even if it's low poly, like who cares,
well,
right?
Let's first talk about the individual platforms. So this showcase, it's basically a room where you can showcase your 3D art.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's not connected to anything else.
Let's say Pokemon releases a whole set of like the original Pokemon. You could buy each one, you know, a 3D model of each Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
and you own them all. So you could literally build shelves in your little virtual showroom and put your little 3D model on the shelves, and you can arrange them however you want. Present them like you would, like in real life. And then
So then you send somebody a link to it, and then they can come in and see it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is no different than what people are doing in Decentraland, right? They're building galleries in Decentraland.
Yeah.
And they get people to visit them through the web link. The difference is now you got this. The only difference is you got this low poly gallery as opposed to a high fidelity one.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess, if I send you a link and you can come and check out my art, I mean, it's cool, but why put the art like on a shelf? Why not like make it huge and put like Charizard like gigantic? Like, could you do that?
I don't know if you could. I don't know if they have like a remote like we do, right, where you could just customize the dimensions of the model. I'm pretty sure like the artist or the creator sets it however they want it. I don't know. Maybe that'll be like a feature in the future, but I know they're building like an even bigger. They call it like a dome. So within this dome is for like the actual like mega 3D models you can purchase. Like you can buy, I don't know, like a Star Wars space cruiser,
Yeah.
And it's like the actual size of like a fucking starship.
Yeah, you can like walk inside it and.
Yeah, and it's like in your bunker basically.
Yeah.
But see, that's it. Like there's nothing else outside of it. It's just it only houses what you own and what you want to display. So it's completely personal to you. So there's no open world. It's kind of like the sandbox approach. Like sandbox is going to be a lot like this. It's just each plot is like its own little unique world, but they're not really interconnected. But they can be in the sense that you have to personally invite people to your specific room.
Yeah, and I guess my argument was that although this is like extremely cool that you can see like high fidelity, high resolution 3D models, just like what Beeple is creating. And you're right. He is merely deploying his content on a 2D platform, and therefore he makes his 3D content, takes a snapshot of it, and then posts it on Instagram and posts it on, now on NFTs.
Yeah, because there's no
3D place to do it.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, they exist, but yeah, they're in their infancy to it. A place like Decentraland can't host Beeple's art.
So the question is for Terra Virtua, is this a client that you have to install first?
That I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's using the Unreal Engine, I mean, it has to leverage your computer's hardware.
I would think, because graphically, like it's pretty impressive. Like it looks. I think that's what they're aiming for. It's kind of like they're in the same boat as the Somnium guy. High fidelity, realism approach.
Yeah.
For good reason. My argument was that it's by doing that. I mean, you don't have to design your 3D models like as high poly as possible. All that means is you have that option. On their platform. If you're if you own the rights to this character right here, Pacific Rim, you could either design it like this, which is how it looks in the movies, or you can make a low poly version of it. You can make a pixel version of it, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So my only argument from a purely art perspective, I think like a platform like this will probably gain more traction from like a creator standpoint, just because there's less limitation, to create, as opposed to like a Decentraland. You have to fit your creation within those limitations, which is difficult for an artist,
Yeah. But I mean, the limitations is, I think of it as a feature and not a glitch. Because if you go to an engineer and you ask him to build you something, and you tell him to build anything, he will build you nothing, because there's no constraints, there's no restrictions, there's no size limits. I mean, nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but this one, yeah, I see what you're saying. So you got the shelves, and you got.
I mean, it's no different than what people are doing on Nifty Gateway or Rarible, right? They're buying 2D collectibles just like that, but instead of displaying them on shelves, they have them on their profile page. That's how you display a 2D collectible, because there's no need for a shelf. You could display them perfectly fine on the internet, on the 2D Web 2.0 version.
Yeah, and it looks like these are client.
Interesting.
So yeah, you'd have to install this and then run it, which is not bad. I mean, they have the requirement of using Unreal Engine, right? So
I mean, but it's definitely limiting in that aspect too, right? Like,
yeah,
now you're asking people, to do that, and not a lot of people are wanting to do stuff like it. Ideally, like you could flex these things as easily as you could flex on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just the link, and you have like your profile page. Anybody could just that's where Decentraland wins. It's a world you could just jump into at any time without downloading anything, and experience whatever you want.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I mean, people are posting up their 3D models, and these are all NFTs, I would assume, right?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I don't know how open this platform actually is. Like, as far as can anybody create 3D models and upload them to the marketplace, or are these all like licensed? Like look at that, the IPs from Legendary. Like this, all of these NFTs are being basically produced from Terra Virtua. By all the licenses they've acquired. So, is that how they plan on doing this? Like, only they are releasing these NFTs? So these are more commercial products, like not so much art, more like they're like virtual toys. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot to look into, man. Like it's this is.
So series, we got set, category, type, brand, edition, token, ID, IPs, legendary. So this amber
Look at
creature
that, view in 3D. Click on that. View on the right, top 3D, right?
Yeah.
Right there. Hang tight, dude. It's coming.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a 3D viewer that you can just like spin around.
Yeah, it's looking like that.
Yeah. Okay, for those of you listening, we're at almost 50% here. We're waiting for this 3D model of a dinosaur.
Yeah, fucking dino, dude. So obviously, yeah, if you're buying 3D content, you definitely want to see like the 3D angles of this thing, Now I wonder how good the exploration, I guess, of this asset's going to be. Like how much can you manipulate it? I wonder if you can just spin it, or if you can even inspect its genitals if you want. Like how deep can you go? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just a 3D model, so I mean,
you can get as close as you want, I'm imagining.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to increase in detail.
No. Dude, this thing's taking a while.
Yeah, it could be that I'm using Brave and it blocks everything, so I just turned it off, and let's see if that helps, if at all.
Okay.
So it's at 100%. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it did help. Yeah, so we're spinning this thing, and
so this is a 3D. Yeah, this is just a 3D model, dude.
Yeah, it's just a 3D model. It has no arms. It has like a flared tail, triple tail.
Yeah. So like this is no different than if you were to go to like a Sketchfab and you're trying to find like a dino for your game, right?
Yeah.
There's plenty of 3D modelers up there uploading content exactly like this, probably for like $5. The difference is it's unlicensed, it's unminted. That's the difference, right? That's where the value comes in the minting of these things, the scarcity, I guess, implications of it.
Yeah, I mean,
because from a content perspective, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Inspecting the genitals, dude. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so this is an interesting character. It looks like a dino, but it's definitely not a dino. Has like weird teeth, has 4 eyes. I don't know if it's got 6 eyes.
Yeah, it looks like a crossbreed between like an avatar creature and like an alien creature.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
cool.
I think there's a place, market for all these things. It's just,
Yeah,
I mean, I
you
don't think this is like, you know, the second coming of, you know, of anything.
Well, you probably would have said the same thing when you saw like, you know, rareable or not, like, yeah, like super rare and like Nifty Gateway, like all these 2D art platforms, right?
Yeah, and
upon first inspection, you'd be like, dude, who's gonna buy this stuff? You know, like this is, you know, why?
No, I don't. I think people will buy this stuff. It's just, I mean,
Yeah,
unless you're a game creator who needs these assets, like, I don't know. I mean,
but why not, dude? Like, I buy little action figures, you know, and I have them like, you know, chilling in my room.
Well, yeah, the physical action figures. I mean, so those are collectibles too, I guess.
Yeah, they are. You know, so that's the big experiment here, I guess, is whether or not like people will be engaged enough with digital content, which is just like an exact replica of what the physical model would be like in the virtual space.
Yeah.
And will this showroom they've created be enough, like, as far as like immersion to like for people to give a fuck, they want to actually spend their money on these things?
Yeah, you know? Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's possible, dude. I mean, if they have like a mobile app, which I'm sure they do, I mean, you just download this mobile app and at any time you can just like show your friends like your collection of NFTs, right? Like,
yeah,
that's the whole point of this, is like it's flexing power, you know, from like a physical collector standpoint. You got to put all that shit like in a nice little room in your house or something and like wait for people to come over and be like, hey, check out what I got.
Yeah.
In this case, you could like go around anywhere around the world and, you know, present your flex.
Yeah.
So
so we're looking at another creature here. Just wanted to see what other kinds of stuff that they had. Has 8 legs. I mean, I mean, this
I don't know what
cool.
that is, dude.
I wish we could use this. You know what I'm saying? Like as a monster in Corona Zombies.
No, it's too high poly, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is too high poly, but I don't know, man. I feel like there's a permutation of this that we could use.
Yeah.
But
and who's to say, like, whenever Decentraland does get to the client stage, like it doesn't become like a
good point, dude.
High poly, you know, platform as well. You know, it's possible.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'd be left up to like, I don't know, like a DAO decision, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there as a community.
Yeah, because if your neighbor has a bunch of high poly stuff and it takes like 30 minutes to load. And you can't even access your own land because of that.
Yeah, it just keeps crashing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we got to respect our neighbors, dude, in the Decentraland. It's a community, after all. So yeah, man. I mean, that's ultimately. Yeah, I don't think Decentraland should try to compete as being like this 3D art. I mean, it can. I mean, there's no reason why you can't make a low poly rendition of the same figure. Like if it's some really desirable, you know, collectible. Well, I would imagine that same collector wouldn't mind owning a low poly version of it.
Yeah.
You know, like if I was a Pikachu collector, I'd want a Pikachu in every possible rendition. You know, like graphical rendition. So there's no like one platform that's going to rule them all. I don't think. Is what I'm saying.
I don't think so either. I think there's a place for this stuff, you know.
What do you mean?
And people are gonna want this stuff like in high res and.
Fuck yeah, dude! Just to do that, like what you're doing, and just inspect genitals all day, dude. Why not, dude? Shit.
You know, it's funny because I can't really pan, so it just goes to the genitals.
Fucking nuts every time, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So why not, man? You get real close, dude. And
it's
detail,
sort of
dude.
Animated, dude.
Dude, that's like a whole galaxy in that eye, dude.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, it's his eye, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's actually sick, man. See,
Yeah.
I actually want this thing. But okay, yeah, it just stands there, right? Like
Yeah.
I were to buy this, put it in my dome,
Yeah.
and it would just be standing there.
In your dome?
Yeah, my Terra dome. You know, my showroom
Oh,
dome
here you
that they're
go.
eventually gonna make.
Okay, now I can zoom in and pan. I just had to press the wait. I guess not. What happened?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to pan, but it's not working.
Oh, damn, dude. Stop with the crotch shots, man. This is too much crotch.
Yeah, it's not doing it for me either.
I apologize to all y'all watching this, dude. It's very graphic content.
So yeah. So that's Terra Virtua. I mean,
Yeah, and I think it's just it's a platform you can't ignore if you think like the next phase of this art hype is gonna like eventually migrate to the 3D space, right?
I mean,
I don't see why it wouldn't.
yeah, there's got to be a platform for 3D art.
And that's just kind of like the way the crypto space as a whole operates. Dude, anytime there's like a new paradigm, like something new, like the money flocks to that thing, you know. And this is that new paradigm, the 3D realm. You know, money's gonna flock to the 3D space. People want interactivity with what they're buying. You know, 2D art is look at it, dude. That's can't. All you can do is look at it.
Yeah.
a 3D asset, there's at least you can like walk around it and like potentially interact with it where it actually does something, you know. It has like, I mean, you could code the fuck out of these things and like they become like your little AI friends. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, they might have personalities in the future, you know.
Yeah, Oscar was looking at this this other platform where you can basically create a program and make the program itself an NFT. So you have an interactive NFT. So like if you're looking at a piece of art, you can like click on the art and the art will do something with your click.
That's huge.
Yeah. So we're peeling the layers of this onion because
exactly.
I think this is only the beginning. Like all these like NFT minting platforms and art platforms and all that. Like I don't think we've seen like the extent to what this will become.
No, we have not, dude.
Because once you combine like programming with art, then you're going to see like interactive art.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably going to be the next step. And then who knows what comes after that?
Yeah, just NFT code, right? Like, I mean, we already kind of want to do that in Decentraland as far as like we want to NFT like emotes and.
Oh, dude, think about this. Think of an NFT lottery ticket, right? You buy this NFT, and then you click on this lottery ticket, and you reveal if you won the lottery or not.
Wait, what?
And that's it.
Where did that come from?
I mean, just thinking ahead, like applying that sort of functionality to an NFT. If you click on this NFT, it reveals whether you won, you know, this lottery, right? Mm-hmm. Could be like, you know, a global lottery. You could facilitate a global lottery if you wanted to with NFTs. Like every week you sell like, you know, week one edition of this lottery.
Mm-hmm.
And then
so they're just tickets.
Yeah, they're just tickets. And there's maybe, I mean, if enough people buy it that week, maybe there's a winner. Maybe not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be a lot nicer than having to like tune in the fucking local news channel or whatever. However, the news gets distributed these days. You know, it's definitely old fashioned, right?
Yeah. I think
there's a lot.
That's really a solid use case for NFTs, like interactive NFTs. I mean, that's like the most basic. But facilitating a worldwide lottery with NFTs, dude, that's like an awesome use case. Because think about it, like DeFi is decentralized finance, which it's like a global financial platform, right? And so why not have a global lottery platform?
Isn't that what like Pull Together kind of wants to be?
Pull Together, No, that's like a no loss lottery. It's like a different. I'm talking about like a very traditional form of lottery.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure that's going to be built, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I think so too.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, and
I mean,
if this already exists and you've heard of it, like send us a link. We wanna see it. We wanna like break it down.
yeah, totally. Yeah, man.
Not pulled together. We already looked at that. That's pretty cool on its own, but not what we're talking about.
No, don't we know somebody who's kind of working on that sort of similar concept?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's where the idea came from, dude.
Is
it's
it
like
really?
lingering in your head.
Yeah, maybe it did.
Yeah, it's basically. I think what he wants to do
Well,
is
what he wanted to do is
like sell membership NFTs, right?
yeah, membership
so like
NFTs.
this lottery club,
Yeah,
basically.
and then you with that membership, you gain access to this piece of land, and then for every drawing, you have to go to that piece of land when that drawing takes place, so that you can be count towards that winnings.
Something like that.
Yes.
But let's end it there because we don't know how open he wants to be with his design.
Well, he's already built a smart contract, so he's like way ahead.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, expect it soon then. Coming soon. NFT lottery.
Yeah, I mean, all
you heard it here first.
Yeah, all these use cases are great. It's just, man, like we don't know enough about the legal aspects of this stuff to be like jumping headfirst into this like ideas.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Damn, I mean,
yeah, that's interesting because like,
man, there's a lot of hesitation with that.
I start to sympathize more with like these anon creators, like because a lot of them, especially in the DeFi space, are building like heavily regulated financial tools, automated platforms for like in the traditional finance sector are like heavily regulated, right? So like these guys are kind of like they're creating protocols to facilitate this kind of activity without regulations attached.
That's right.
And so a lot of them could probably get in some bigly, issues into the future if their identity was known, So I kind of sympathize with them in that sense. Like, imagine if Satoshi wasn't anonymous, dude. That guy would have been in court like 10 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
The government would have been all on his tip, dude.
I wonder how he had the foresight to remain anonymous, though. Like, what gave him that motivation? Like, if you invented Bitcoin, you solved like a computer science problem, like a legitimate, like well-recognized computer science problem, wouldn't you want to be recognized for it, like you and your team?
Most people, yeah.
But what gave?
I think the average human definitely would like that glory,
Yeah.
Just from like a pure like egotistical standpoint, like most people just want to be recognized for their accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
But Satoshi, like, I guess he gave no fucks,
Right.
I think he understood the implications. Like he knew, he had incredible foresight to know, like, if this shit works, like, I'm literally shaking the foundation of everything, like civilization, So there might be a huge fallout to that kind of disruption. So I should probably not let people know who I am, Yeah,
so I mean, he had incredible foresight because I don't think it's that obvious, especially when you've invented something and you've solved a problem. Maybe at the time he didn't really know that it was solved. Like you can only know it was solved after like it's implemented and executed and like so far is like, what is it? We're looking at 11 years of no hacks.
Something like that.
That's pretty. That's a pretty big deal, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, man. He definitely did something cool. But so yeah, all I'm saying is I mean, I'm still skeptical from like an investor standpoint of those anons.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to put money in them, but I get it. Like, I'm pretty sure a small percentage of them are actually like anon for that reason. Like they're building legitimate protocols with like legitimate like use cases, and like they have a legitimate concern for their future selves.
Yeah,
the majority of them are just trying to like rug.
When launching a new token, how there's always like the 20 or 30% of the token reserved for the team.
Yeah,
there wasn't anything like that for Bitcoin. Like you'd have to mine for the Bitcoin.
Mm.
And so its genesis like sort of just started off right. Imagine if Satoshi started with, I don't know, let's say, you know, like 3 million Bitcoin like in his pocket. Like I don't think it would have been equally as successful.
I wonder. It's interesting. Yeah, it would definitely be even more scary now if
Yeah.
he was holding on to 3 million instead of one.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
I mean, 3 million would represent what,
Like
like
a solid
12%, 10%?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like 12%. So, I mean, even if that were the case, like all these other projects starting off, they're hoarding like 30 to 40% of their token.
Yeah, because they're more like they're. Uh,
And you know what? He funded his entire project through whatever means it was. He funded it, and he didn't really need, like any other project, they need funds to build anything, right? So it
yeah, I
makes
mean he didn't
sense.
he didn't need funds. He wasn't marketing Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He just built something, software, and just threw it out into the
The
universe and
ether. Yeah.
just let it rip, dude. Let it do its thing, run its course. Zero marketing required. It was just an act. It's just an experiment, man, and it worked.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess we can like go on forever speculating where it's going to go because we've done that probably a million times already.
True.
But the last thing I wanted to talk about, this CEO of DeFi insurer Nexus Mutual hacked for 8 million NXM tokens.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
man.
so was the CEO hacked, or was the company hacked for 8 million tokens?
It says a targeted attack. Oh shit. Yeah, it looks like it was
So it
just
looks
his
like
address.
his address was attacked.
Wow.
I wonder how that occurred. Um, so some private keys must have been compromised to a certain extent. It says the
Yeah.
attacker, also a Nexus Mutual member, completed KYC, 11 days ago and switched to a new address on December 3rd before gaining remote access to Carp's computer and modified MetaMask wallet extension.
Lol.
So he gained remote access to his computer. That tricked him into signing a different transaction that transferred funds from his hardware wallet to the attacker's address. Look at that.
Dude, this is a very detailed explanation of fucking events. So I was skeptical of this news because a couple of days prior to this, I heard of Cover Protocol reaching some type of agreement with Nexus Mutual to be like their cover
Yeah.
in case of an event like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for it to happen so soon after is like a little skeptical to me.
Yeah, but now that we're dealing like to the individual CEO getting compromised, I mean
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah, potentially. But you know me, I like a good juicy conspiracy, dude. There's some shenanigans about I don't know what Nexus Mutual would gain from this, but
Yeah.
Cover definitely gets a lot of exposure, for being the insurer of the insurance platform, the biggest insurance platform currently. It's pretty cool. But apparently, in the traditional world, this is actually how it's supposed to happen. Like insurance companies have insurance, to cover them in the event of, I guess, liquidity fallout.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I like Nexus Mutual. I think what the service that they provide is fundamentally needed.
Yeah.
And
they were the first movers, right?
And they're the first movers, yeah.
Yeah, man, you can't ignore that. First
But-
movers.
But this is a good example of how we have to understand. We have to know exactly what we're signing for, because even this with remote access. Oh yeah, so the CEO was using a hardware wallet, so he had to pull out his hardware wallet to sign a transaction. But you got to pay attention to what you're signing, though.
Yeah,
And it's like
of course.
you're signing to move 8 million tokens or $8 million worth of tokens. How many tokens is that? 370,000 tokens.
Jeebus. That guy needs to spread out his fucking token allocation, dude. He has it all just
Yeah, in one single location.
yeah, too exposed, too easy.
Yeah, because if he had moved it to several wallets, then you can all mitigate this disaster, right? You'd only transfer like 50,000 tokens instead of 300.
Yeah, exactly. That should be like protocol for like projects that get this big. At like some point, you should start, mitigating risk of like having so much capital in like singular accounts.
Yeah.
That should definitely be part of like your. I don't know.
Part of your strategy. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, there should be like somebody on that team who's like, you know what? Like, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody should be scratching their beard in that fucking boardroom meeting like they have every fucking week. Dude's like, yo, we got like.
But you know what?
Like $8 million just chilling in this account, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it's locked into a hardware wallet. I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
this is the only type of scenario where it's vulnerable, where you're tricked into sending 370,000 tokens. But
yeah, and unfortunately, it was the CEO, so it's like no one you can really fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
can't like lay the banhammer on someone for fucking up, dude. It was the CEO.
Yeah, but imagine losing $8 million, dude, in a single swing.
Yeah, he's gotta make like a company apology. He's like, I'm sorry, I suck. I fucked up, boys.
Well, he's only sorry for himself. I mean, like, I don't think this really affects the company, other than like, it brought down 14%. But I mean, come on, it's going to recover. 14% is like,
that's a blip.
Not even
in
a
the grand
blip,
scheme
dude.
of things. Yeah, it's nothing.
It's daily, fluctuations of 14% dip.
Exactly. This is just in the grand big picture of things. It's just another bump in the road.
Not for this guy though. $8 million is no joke.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just for the platform.
For the platform itself, nah, it doesn't do anything.
Exactly. Fundamentally, it's still a valuable platform.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
It's chilling. But yeah, like you said, it's just more evidence of the madness of.
But what's crazy is at the beginning of this article it says the attacker is also a Nexus Mutual member, completed the KYC. So they know who he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is very detailed.
And switched to a new address, which I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, before gaining remote access to Karp's computer and modified the MetaMask wallet extension. So he could have like actually tricked him, like displayed something that he thought was like perfectly fine upon view.
Yeah.
And then signed for it, thinking that he was like transferring a few bucks over to somebody or whatever.
Yeah, it would have to be very carefully coordinated. Whoever did this, very well thought out.
Yeah. I mean, this is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that covers everything we want to talk about today. Iman, that's
another one
cool,
bites the dust, Willis.
Yeah, it's a cool purchase you made from Beeple. I think you made a little bit of history there.
Maybe. Yeah, I wonder like how big this thing will get in the future.
Well,
like how significant of a drop was this? I mean, 20 years from now, what will people say about this Beeple drop? You know what I mean?
Well, it's the Genesis one, so
what do you mean Genesis? Genesis.
This is his first drop.
No, he had a drop before.
He did?
I think so. There's something called like capitalism is bullshit or something. Hold on, let's
yeah, but is it an NFT though?
Yeah, it was on the same platform. I'll find it.
So well, I guess this is the first hardware drop for him.
Yeah, see that's
the difference.
Yeah, so he did. Yeah, he had a drop in October on this platform.
See, but I think after these hardware pieces get distributed, if you were to sell this NFT, I mean, how would you guarantee that you actually receive the hardware piece as a as a, like, you know, as a market, you know, if you buy this
Yeah.
NFT, you'd want the hardware piece.
Totally. So I'm gonna find all that out
Yeah,
very
yeah.
soon. I mean, he has his own website, you know, dedicated to this, where you have to like you basically register your NFT to that website, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you got to create an account and like you know let them know what your shipping information is. So it's basically KYC, right,
Mm-hmm.
to get your goodies. So either way, like that's another trend that's probably going to start popping up is like physical. Because yeah, that was definitely a big seller or motivator for me to want to like participate is the physical aspect. Like
Oh, absolutely.
it's everything I would want. You know, I got that digital, I got that physical. You know, like you can't bitch. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, let's end it on this. Watching him get toasted,
Celebrating.
celebrating his $3.5 million of additional wealth he didn't have 3 days ago. You know,
Yeah.
pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy world.
Yeah, man, but
yeah, well, if anyone deserves it, it's this guy, right?
yeah, exactly. 13 years of just making art, dude. Every day.
He's the fucking Jake Paul of art, dude. He's every day, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
He's every day, bro.
All right, on that note, thank you guys for watching and listening. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner and at MetaZone.io. And we will see you next week.
All right, yeah, we're out of here. Peace out.